If you want to get a breast reduction surgery, go ahead and do it, and do it yesterday.
Don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it. I ain't giving out no money to no nigga just for fun, are you dumb?
Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you guys are new, welcome. And if you are returning, as always, thank you so much for watching and also supporting my channel. Also, make sure that you like this video. You can go ahead and leave a comment, and also make sure that you subscribe to the channel and turn on your post notifications so that way you never miss a video. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into it. As you guys can see in the title, that this is my 2-month post-op going on 3 months. So I will be 3 months, October 17th of 2023. So we're gonna just simply talk about the journey that I've been on these past 2 months, going on 3, how I'm feeling, how I'm healing. We're gonna talk about my old bra size, what I'm currently doing now that I'm pushing my 3-month period, and so forth from there. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into the video. Yay! Okay, so if you are new here, if you did not know, I had my surgery, which is my breast reduction surgery, on July 17th of 2023. I had a breast reduction. I also had a lift and lipo on the sides, okay? So before we go ahead and get started, I'm going to talk about my experience. Everyone's experience is different. I've been seeing multiple comments about, what I have been experiencing and what some people may disagree with, but I just kind of wanted to come and set the record straight, okay? Everybody's experience when they go through a breast reduction surgery is different. Everybody's not going to be the same. Everybody's not going to heal the same. Everybody's not going to have that same process or healing process, okay? So the first thing I want to talk about as far as getting the surgery, now, in my opinion, if I was smart enough, I probably would have got the reduction when I was younger, but I honestly never knew anything about it until I actually came on YouTube and I came across somebody's video about a breast reduction surgery. So as I'm watching the video, I can see that she's talking about the symptoms that she's currently having as far as back pain, neck pain, and the chest just being heavy. It's hard to work out due to the chest being heavy, and etc. So after I seen something like that, I'm like, okay, I'm experiencing these symptoms. So is this something that I absolutely need? So the way that I met my surgeon is through my fiance. Now, previously, I want to say maybe about 2 years ago, we had a bully. He was about 85 pounds, and he was Babe's dog originally until I came around. He fell in love with me. Like, that was my boy. That was my baby, y'all. Okay. So we got really, really close. So one night we're actually about to go to the Millennium Tour. Something happened to where we were all in the bathroom. Babe got undressed to get in the shower, and it happened so fast, it's ridiculous. So he ended up attacking Michaela. I think it was like a dominance thing. So he ended up attacking her. After everything was all said and done, I think her adrenaline was running because, y'all, her areola was off, okay? He bit her shit completely off. Horrible. So, we ended up having to put him down. Oh, that's my baby. But we ended up having to put him down. I'll show you guys him. So, this is Adonis and Michaela. Yes, he was a big baby. And here's a picture. Here's a picture that I took of him. Okay, so this is his ashes in here, y'all. Oh, dusty. Let me wipe that off. A little dusty, baby. But yeah, these are his ashes. You can see his name was Adonis. A babe called him Papa. That was her baby since he was born. Okay. So yeah, he's in there. He's heavy. But yeah, he like literally bit off her boob. So she ultimately had to go see a plastic surgeon to get her boob fixed. And I was like slightly shocked because her boob looked completely normal. Okay. It looked like it never happened. She has like a, I don't know what you call those things, but I don't know. She has a thing here. So she went to go see the plastic surgeon. I went to an appointment with her. I met Shaq. Shaq is like the assistant. So she came in, she stitched her up and everything like that. And I'm like, oh my God, compared to what your boob looked like before, your boob looks great. If I can find a picture of it still, I'll show you guys what it was looking like before. But she did an amazing job. So I'm like, I wasn't really thinking nothing of it at that time for a breast reduction surgery. So I think there was one time that we went out. I had on this white shirt, and I like to wear a shirt that like shows my cleavage. I'm a winter baby, so I don't like to wear too many clothes. Like, I like to be cute and comfy. Okay, so we go out. I have on this white shirt. My cleavage is like pot out. Okay, pot out. And I'm like, oh no. So I went ahead and I posted the picture on Facebook. It's getting a lot of attention, and it's just like, oh my God, I love this picture. Like, she loved my boobs, okay? But I didn't like them. So I was like, after that, like getting the attention that you receive of having big boobs, if people like it, that's nice. I don't like it. I'm not the type of person who likes to seek attention for anything on my body or period. So it's like, I knew that I wanted to get rid of these chests because it's like everywhere you go, you want to wear these really cute shirts that show your cleavage, and you can barely ever do that because your cleavage is so out there. It makes you uncomfortable. I was really, really uncomfortable. So after that, I thought about it. So ultimately, I scheduled an appointment. So I went to go see her. I thought she was the sweetest person ever. So she was asking me questions about like what size would I like to be. And of course I told her, like everybody tells all of their surgeons when they go in for their, oh my God, why can't I think today? Oh, when they go in for a consultation, I told her, I don't want no boobs. Take them off. Like, babe has the perfect boobs, okay? They're nice, they're perky, they're small. I wanted to have boobs like her, but ultimately we couldn't get there because she can't do them that small. So she was like, okay, well, I'm thinking about a C for you. And, you know, we don't know what these letters mean or how small they're going to be when they're talking about it. But she was just simply asking questions. I don't remember all of the questions, but you know, they do ask you if you're a smoker, if you're a regular drinker, you know, they take your weight and all that type of stuff. So there may be some requirements that you may have to meet before surgery. I know one of the ones that I did was my BMI. So I did have to lose a little bit of my BMI before surgery. So that was the first consultation. Then I had a second one. I want to say maybe like 2 weeks later. So we're just going over the final things. This is how your boobs are going to look. This is how the surgery is going to go, and blase, blase. So I'm like, okay, this is moving so fast. Like, I didn't think that this would move this fast. So originally my surgery was supposed to be scheduled for June. I want to say the beginning of June. No. March. April. So like the beginning of April. But they did call me and told me that they had to push back my surgery due to a patient, like a cancer patient needing surgery. And I'm like, okay, so now I got to get my surgery did smack in summer. But yeah, I was like, of course you can push back my surgery. What am I going to do? Tell you you can't work on that cancer patient? I mean, you really didn't leave me a choice because I can't tell you no, keep my surgery. I mean, it's giving awkward. After that, we scheduled a date for my surgery. Okay. So At this time, I'm supposed to be losing weight. But y'all, when I tell y'all that trying to work out when you have big boobs and you're constantly in pain, like I did try to go out and I did try to walk. Walking was not helping me. As far as going to the gym, I did have a trainer. Training was hard for me because that burn in my lower back was so unbearable that I didn't even want to do anything. So that discouraged me from actually working out and losing the weight that I was supposed to lose or that I wanted to lose before surgery. But I mean, what could you do? So she did go ahead with surgery. I still feel like if you are going to get breast reduction surgery and you're a little bit on the heavier side, I would say lose weight. Like if you can lose weight, lose weight. Like I was going to a weight management doctor and everything. And I think I still have a clip. I'll post a clip in here for you guys if I still have it of my appointment. And y'all, why did I feel like I was on my 600-pound life? Like my weight management doctor was cussing me out. Not cussing me out, but you know how they go in them appointments and he be like Dr. Now be like,
what in the world is going on with you?
I guess I'm eating the wrong things.
You think it's funny? And you're not losing weight.
I don't eat a third what I ate
just
before I
answer
had
the
that
question,
surgery.
okay? Then
You're
we're not
asking
talking
me
about
questions
that.
that I don't understand no more than you understand.
What are you talking about? You're choosing to overeat and you think it's okay?
No, I don't think it's okay at all.
So what is going on?
I guess I'm not eating the right things. I mean,
well, yeah, I told you to lose this and do this and do that, and they don't do it. Y'all, that was me. I'm sorry. I'm facing the window, and when it's sunny, my glasses turn into sunglasses, so they're probably gonna get dark. But yeah, I felt like I was on my 600-pound life, and I just felt myself. It was horrible. Like, it kind of put me in a depressed state because I'm like, I can't work out. Like, there's nothing that I can do that's gonna help me lose this weight besides eating a little bit better. So yeah, after that happened, you know, I did go to my doctor for my blood pressure because I do have high blood pressure, and she ultimately had to clear me for surgery because, you know, you can't have surgery if you have high blood pressure. So she did clear me for surgery. She put me on this medication that I have to take, and I was taking my blood pressure throughout the weeks before my actual surgery. She did clear me for surgery. But as you guys can see, when I did have my surgery, my surgeon was saying that my blood pressure was up and down. Okay. So as far as insurance, I did have Aetna at the time with my job. My insurance covered my complete breast reduction surgery. Okay. When I looked at the price, it was about $14,000 something, and it covered everything. I did not have to pay a dime. Okay, I'm gonna stick to it. Again, if you guys are on the heavier side, please lose the weight before you get the surgery. You'll feel so much better. You'll look so much better. For me, it just didn't happen. Okay. Also, after my surgery, my surgeon did take that breast tissue and send it off for research. That's what she likes to do with her patients. I thought that was a really cool thing for her to do. You know, watching these breast reduction videos, I kind of wish that, and I mean, when I say I was watching videos every day for weeks until my surgery. And I honestly, like, some of them were helpful in things that they were saying, but it wasn't helpful enough. Okay. Like, if I want to watch a breast reduction surgery vlog, I want to see everything about that breast reduction surgery. I want to see how you're feeling the morning before. I want to see how you're prepping for that surgery. I want to see you go into surgery. I want to see everything that I can see, just so that way I know what to look for. Okay. So the video that I made as far as my breast reduction surgery, and I'll go ahead and post it right there for you guys if you guys want to go check it out. My main goal was to teach and also educate anyone who really wanted to get a breast reduction surgery. Like, my breast reduction surgery vlog was very raw because I wanted to provide something that I didn't have for myself. Like, I want y'all to see everything. Everything that I could film, I did possibly film. I also had Babe film a section to where I am in surgery and what she's doing outside of me having surgery versus when I'm coming out of surgery. You know, like I wanted everything to be completely raw for you guys. So actually glad that I'm getting really good feedback, that it's helping a lot of people. That video is kind of booming right now, which I'm thankful for, because I want people to know, I want people to see something that I was not able to get. Okay, make sure y'all go check that video out if you do plan on getting a breast reduction surgery. So my size, I don't know what my size was before. And I think this is a issue with a lot of people. They don't know what their size was previously. But I did pull out some bras. I pulled out some bras that I can no longer fit. And I'm going to show you guys, you know. So this bra that I have is, and as you guys can see, this is a big bra. Okay. Big bra. This bra is a 40 DD, okay? So when I put this bra on, you guys can see that there's a lot of room in this bra compared to where I am right now. This is a 40 DD. The next one that I had that I did wear all the time, this is a big bra. This bra was a 40 DD. This bra, also a big bra. Okay, look at them cups. This is a 42D. So I'm gonna have to go bra shopping once my 6 months have passed and I'm kind of fully healed. Okay, so we'll come back to that in my 6 months. I got some good stuff for y'all when we hit those 6 months. As far as the current bras that I wear now, this is my surgery bra. So now with this bra, it's Velcro here, so you can open it up here. I did want to go ahead and show you guys these because in my last vlog, I did talk about my doctor wanting me to wear these pads to kind of shape my boobs. So here, Babe cut these into a C shape. So this is what she was asking for, is to cut it into a C shape. It's under my boob, so it's kind of like lifting. So that's what it looks like. I put it under there just like that. Then I have the bra sitting on it, so that way it's shaping them. I wish the bra was a little tighter. When I was swollen, the bra was fitting really tight. Now that they're getting, you know, to where they need to be, this bra is a little big on me. So I'm going to find some really tight bras that I can wear these with so they can really push in and shape my boobs. So she wants me to start wearing these daily. Of course, you take them off the shower, but you want to wear them throughout the day so that way they're starting to shape your boobs. I'm going to wear these for the next 3 months. I need to go on Amazon and buy some more, but I'm going to wear these for the next 3 months so that way they can shape my boobs the way that my boobs need to be shaped. So this is something that she was talking about at my post-op appointment that I showed you guys in the last vlog that I need to start wearing. As far as the pain, no more back pain. Like back here, it used to burn. No more. I don't have back pain back there. As far as my neck pain, I don't really have neck pain. Now, when I did have the surgery, we'll talk about that a little later, how my neck and everything was hurting after my procedure. So right now, currently, at my 2 going on 3 months, I don't have back pain. I don't have neck pain. I feel light. I feel so much better compared to before. Like, you guys see my videos. I was going crazy because I was in so much pain. But now I'm starting to feel like myself again. And it's like, I felt normal by my 2 months. I felt very normal. As far as scar cream, now this is the scar cream that I currently use right now. Somebody did recommend like vitamin E. So I might try that, but I do this at this time. It does tell you application 4 times per day for 60 days. So now once I hit my 3 months on the 17th, I'm going to start putting this on 4 times a day. So right now I only used it once. It's like a clear gel. If you guys can see that, it's like a clear gel, you know, that you use, but it says use it for 60 days, which is 3 months. So I'm going to use that on my 3 months and see what happens. If anyone else did get this cream and did use it, go ahead and comment below. Tell me how you like it, or if there's anything that you may recommend. As far as using for scars, I did show you guys my chest in the last vlog. My scars are not that bad. Like, I hardly have any scars. You can't even see them when I take off my bra. You can't see any of the scars. Besides on the sides here, you can still see those scars, but I don't care about that because I don't really lift my arms a lot. As far as the pain lasting, after I had my breast reduction surgery, I was honestly in pain. I'm going to try to explain this the best way that I can. After surgery, okay, it's the day of the procedure. After I wake up, and you guys can see that in that vlog, okay, I was out of it, okay? Now, you know the anesthesia, they'll come in and give you the anesthesia. So on the day of surgery, I go back in the room. I get dressed. They give you these little wipes that you got to wipe your chest and stuff off with. After I do the wipes, I get dressed in my gown. Then my doctor comes in. She's drawing everything on me, you know, for the incisions and everything like that. Everybody was so nice, okay? Everybody was so sweet. The lady comes in to put in my IV, y'all. Now, you know the IV goes in the hand. You know the IV goes in the hand. This lady could not get this IV in my hand, bro. When I tell you, and when you go in for surgery, you'll know what I'm talking about. Because if they can't find a vein, they'll keep poking. But see, when it comes to me, that ain't gonna fly. You ain't gonna keep poking somewhere if you can't find it the first time. So she poked me the first time. I couldn't even explain this pain to you. Like, if I could explain the pain, it would be like, say somebody took your skin off and you see that vein? Somebody took your skin off. They're pulling at your veins. Like, that shit hurted so bad, okay? That shit hurted so bad. So bad. Like, oh my God. I've never been in pain like that before in my entire life. So she couldn't find the vein the first time. She tries to find the vein a second time. Okay, she goes back in my hand again. Like, I'm holding on to the rail. Like, I am squeezing the rail. And I don't mind needles, okay? So I get shots, I get blood work, and I gotta watch you while you do it. I'm one of those, okay? I'll watch the entire time while you put that needle in, you take the blood. I cannot look away while somebody's putting a needle in me. Absolutely not. So I'm watching her. She's trying to do it again. She couldn't do it. Then she calls somebody to come in and help her do it. The lady comes in. They poked me 3 times in my hand. Oh, I hate even thinking about it because that pain is a pain that you will never forget. So then after they couldn't find a vein, they did end up putting it in my arm. After that, the anesthesiologist comes in, okay? They tell you what they tell everybody. It's going to feel like a cocktail. I'm not used to anesthesia, so when I see the videos of the girls who have breast reduction surgery and they're talking about they were still awake, they were able to see the room, then they were knocked out, blah, blah. Y'all, when they gave me that anesthesia, I I don't even remember. Like, the last thing that I remember is talking to the lady who's telling me that it's going to be about a cocktail. I was out before they even took me out the motherfucking room. Okay? Before, in the morning, I was excited to go through surgery, blah, blah, blah. As soon as I get in there, and she tells me, oh, okay, you ready? We're about to get you in stitch. I was scared. I started crying. You guys can see it in the video. I started crying. I was nervous. Okay. I was like, oh, I got this. I'm ready for this. Cut these boobs up. I was nervous. Okay. And it's a very normal feeling to feel and being nervous. Nothing wrong with it. But after I came out, I woke up. I don't remember anything. Okay. You can see that I'm dozing off, like in the video. Like, I can't wake up. My mouth was slumped. That's what my mouth looked like the whole time. I don't know why. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. I was ugly as fuck in that video, but whatever. Okay. Raw footage. Okay. I don't care how I looked. I wanted y'all to see the raw. I wake up and she's like, you know, honey, you gotta get up. You gotta wake up. I can't wake up. Y'all gave me all this anesthesia. I can't wake up. So they're trying to wake me up so I can get up, you know, and leave. But I couldn't get up. And then, you know, I was watching the videos where they say, like, your throat hurts. And my throat is scratchy all the time. So that just made it 10 times worse that my throat was that scratchy. I was going through it. And she gave me a popsicle. Y'all, that popsicle was life. Okay. And you can see in the video, I ain't let that popsicle go. I don't give a fuck how many times I went to sleep. I ain't let that popsicle go. I wanted that popsicle in my mouth. I just wanted all popsicles in my mouth. I did almost fall asleep and I almost dropped it, but I did wake up. But after that, babe had to get me dressed. Honestly, I wasn't in no pain the first day. Like, after surgery, I wasn't really in no pain because they had me heavily drugged. And it makes sense because when babe was talking to my surgeon on the phone, while I was still in surgery, she was saying, like, you know, surgery went well. You know, she should be okay. We did drug her very heavily. So I really didn't feel no pain when I got home. I think the pain didn't start until, I want to say, a couple days into a week. Okay? A couple days into a week. Pain. My issue was, and mine was a little exaggerated because my throat is constantly itchy. So when my throat was irritated like that, I was irritated. Like, I felt like I couldn't breathe. I felt like I was having an anxiety attack for me. And I tried everything. You know, babe made my spaghetti, and I love spaghetti. It's my favorite food. I couldn't even eat my spaghetti. Like, I could not get that down. So after that, I did have to eat like chicken noodle soup and stuff. So if you guys are going to eat anything, I would say stick to soup, you know, stuff like applesauce, you know, kind of like a liquid diet, but not really. Don't try to eat nothing super heavy like burgers and fries and stuff like that. You don't want to do all that. You want things that's going to soothe your throat. So if I could go back, I would probably plan it to where I'm eating soup, broth, tea, stuff like that, to try to get my throat back better before anything. So after a couple of days, I was able to eat. It just still wasn't the same. I did go through a phase to where I wasn't really hungry all the time. I really didn't want anything. Like, I didn't want nothing. No fast food. I didn't want anything. So it's kind of like I lost my appetite for a good while there. You do want to stay hydrated and everything like that. I did stay hydrated with like Gatorade and water and stuff like that. Tea is really good. I did buy some throat lozenges. Those were really good, especially in my tea. And then also when I was just relaxing. I want to say my pain lasted about a month and a half. It was more so uncomfortable. Like, you can definitely feel the pain in your chest, but it's uncomfortable when you're trying to sleep. You know, a lot of people will be elevated and sleeping on their back. The worst time for me, okay? Because a lot of us, we don't sleep on our backs. We sleep on our sides. So it was the worst time for me ever. I'm trying to get pillows to plump me up, but if I'm plumped up, I feel like my neck is caving in and I can't breathe. It's weird. So I would have to get up off my back and use like a pillow to kind of like maneuver to my side, but not really. If I was gonna sleep on my back, I slept on a very flat pillow that does not pump you up. I did sleep with my foot pillow, you know, where you put your legs on it and you sleep like that for a good while. It was really uncomfortable for that month and a half as far as sleeping. After that month, I did try to like transition to my side, which I was able to transition to my side a little bit and everything like that, but it was still a little bit uncomfortable because of the lipo on the sides. And the pain for me lasted longer because of the lipo. Not necessarily the breast reduction, but because of the lipo on the side. You know, so sleeping is a hassle. Even today, I'm going on 3 months and I haven't been able to sleep. I'm like sleep deprived. I went to bed last night, I fell asleep. I woke up around 3 a.m. I've been up since like 7 a.m., went to sleep, woke up around 11:30, and I've been up ever since. So I do have work at 4. So I've been up ever since then. I just have not been sleeping. Like when I come home from work, I work 4 to 11. When I come home from work, I'm up because I feel like I'm missing my day. You know what I'm saying? But I have my day throughout the day. So tonight I'm definitely gonna have to come home and go straight to sleep because tomorrow starts our gym. Okay, we going to the gym. Tomorrow starts that. Like I wanted to give myself that time, and at my post-op appointment, my doctor did say I can go ahead and work out. So we're gonna start getting into that transition for real. So I gave myself another week to try to change gyms and stuff like that. I'm still gonna be going to the old gym until I get into the new gym. I'm trying to figure out how to work this gym membership thing. So I'll be going there because my membership is still until November. So I'm gonna be going up there every day. I'm gonna drop Babe off at work. I'm gonna go up there. I'm gonna come back and get her before I have to go to work or days off, whatever. So we're gonna go in the morning, okay? And we're gonna be consistent. And I want you guys to hold me to that. Okay, hold me to that. The pain lasted about a month, okay, a month and a half, if you will say. When it comes to showers, if you have somebody who can help you shower and go to that bathroom, please have somebody to help you do that. For a month and a half, I couldn't do that by myself. I couldn't shower myself. I could not go to the bathroom myself, okay? I couldn't even reach down there to wipe myself, number 1 or number 2. So thank God for Babe, because she literally been wiping my butt and showering me. Like she'll get in the shower with me and she'll shower me. She'll get me showered up. I'll get out, you know, get dried off. I did have to wait for her to help me get dressed because I just simply couldn't move my arms. My neck, okay? My neck hurted so bad, like right in this area here. This is how it was all the time. I was completely slouched the entire time. My neck hurted so bad. I could cry every day. And I don't know why I got that pain in my neck here. It just was so excruciating. It was ridiculous. So ultimately getting in the showers and letting that water hit my back, it did help relieve some of that pain, but I would wake up in the morning and I would be stiff. I would walk like this, okay? Walk like this in the morning, super fucking stiff, and it was horrible. It was horrible. I feel like my recovery process was horrible. I don't know why, but it was horrible. Everybody ain't the same. Everybody's not going to feel how I feel. So I feel like I was fully healed around 2 months. Okay, fully healed around 2 months. Like I'm still in my 2 months and I feel like I'm fully healed. I do have like just a tad bit, like if I touch there's a tad bit, okay, a little uncomfortable. This areola right here is still a little sensitive versus the other one. It feels completely fine. But yeah, I mean, I feel completely normal. I feel okay to where I can go into the gym and start working out and, you know, doing what I need to do to lose this weight. And once I lose the weight, I feel like it'll be so much better. So I'm going to give myself those 3 months to really be consistent in the gym and try to get on a schedule and try to get in a habit of going to the gym every day. You know, slow progress is still progress. Like, I don't want to be too hard on myself because I know there's a lot of things that I can't do. And I think it's been a little discouraging going to the gym because I don't really know what to do in a gym. Okay, like I don't know what to do to lose weight and what's going to be effective for me. I'm thinking just getting on cardio machines, but Babe was working out before, fit as hell. So we both need to get back in the gym because we definitely gained some happy weight. So we both need to get back on there. We just need to be on a schedule, on one accord. But I'm definitely going to go in the mornings, even if I have to just stick to some cardio, at least getting some type of exercise in there. We're just going to do it. And I've just been putting it off for so long. And I don't want to do that to myself anymore. Like, I know I'm unhappy and I waste my mornings away. Like, what am I doing? Nothing. So we got to be consistent. We got to go. So Monday morning, I got my headphones already charging, my Beats. You know, I got my sweat jacket out there. I'm going to make a little bag tonight. So that way I'm ready to go in the morning. And then that's just going to be that. For sleeping too, I can lay on my sides. I can even lay on my front, y'all. Like if I wanted to lay on my stomach, I can lay on my stomach if I wanted to. I don't have to lay on my back anymore. I'm fully a side sleeper again, and it's been great, but I'm still not getting any sleep, so that sucks. But I have been trying like some CBD products. This CBD one is for like calm. I do have some that's for like sleep. I've also been taking some melatonin, which is the gummies. That's been helping pretty much. I did take a sleep gummy the other night. It did work. So I highly recommend these. As far as the sharp pains that I were getting in my boobs, I don't get those little sharp spurts of pain anymore, thank God, because those were super annoying. I haven't had one of those in a long time. I actually feel very normal. It kind of feels like I almost didn't have surgery. As far as needing help after surgery, you do want to make sure that you have a support system with you, at least for the first month and a half after surgery, because it is very hard. And there's a lot of stuff that you can't do by yourself. Me, I feel like I fully didn't get to recover the way I wanted to because I just can't sit down. Like there's certain things that needed to be done and I just felt like I needed to do them. I'm always up and moving. Didn't leave the house though. Like I didn't do any of that, but I definitely took the time to rest as needed and, you know, not do too much. You do want to make sure you don't do too much. Take that time to rest. As far as my chest, I do feel like they're dropping. My doctor did say it's going to take a full 6 months for them to drop and come into their actual size. So I'm very excited about that to see what's going to happen. But right now they're just so small and I just feel amazing. Okay. So if you're going to get this surgery, I know it's going to be the best for you. If you are truly thinking about getting it, then it probably means it's time for you to get it. So go ahead and get it. Don't be scared. There's nothing to be scared about. The only thing that you're going to receive from this breast reduction surgery is a reward. The reward that you're going to love yourself as far as not being in pain anymore, as far as loving your chest, you know, not having that weight on you that you've been carrying around for years. You are literally going to feel rewarded after having this breast reduction surgery. As far as what they removed, I believe she said they removed about 6 or 7 grams from each boob. Okay. 6 or 7 grams. I can't remember what that is as far as, I think it was 3 or 4 pounds each off of each boob after she removed all of that tissue. No, I did not have any drains as far as my breast reduction surgery. Didn't have any drains. Thank God, because I did see some videos with the girls who had drains and that does not look fun. Changing them, taking them out, the fact that that tube is all the way in your boob, absolutely not. I was told to ice and also heat the area like a few weeks after surgery. You know, if it was too painful, you were able to do that. A heating pad is what I used on my chest. You also want to just make sure that you massage them. What I didn't do a lot of is like massaging them. Like if you want to get a ball and just like roll it on there to massage it, that helps with like those bumps and everything. But mine's kind of like faded away. I don't know. I feel really good right now as far as surgery goes. Like, I'm completely happy that I did go ahead and go through with the surgery. It's not anything that I regret at all. And I don't think it will be anything that you ladies regret. Like, I feel like it's the best thing that I could have ever done for myself. And I think what a lot of people feel like, we honestly should have just got it done sooner. You know what I mean? Like, it's been the best. Like, I'm more confident. I'm more happy. I'm not as in pain as I used to be. So, you know, I'm only thankful for that. Like, my surgeon is truly amazing, as you guys can see in the video. Like, she's really all that. Like, she's really like that in real life. Like, I lucked up with her, and babe brought her to me ultimately. So it all worked out. So as far as with the surgery, and what a lot of people don't talk about, I would say work. You know, I was working from home, and what happened was after I had my surgery, they did schedule me to go back to work. I want to say August 15th of 2023, so about a month, I should be completely healed. But I was not completely healed. I was not completely healed at all. I still couldn't do things for myself. And what my job wanted us to do is that they wanted us to come back into office. And I wasn't comfortable with coming back into office, especially if I needed to go to the bathroom and I can't wipe myself. So I was definitely telling my, doctor that I need to have more time off. They did go ahead and grant me that time off to where I was off about 2 months. I was scheduled to go back to work September 28th of 2023. I did ultimately end up resigning from my job, but it's been hell with my job. So, way before I had this surgery, I had put in for a short-term disability. They took forever to give me my short-term disability. So financially, it's like, since I've been having surgery, it's been really hard because I haven't been having any income come in. I was waiting for that short-term disability to help me, pay bills and everything like that. Like, babe has really been my rock through this process. She's been taking care of everything. Like, I couldn't pay anything because I didn't have any money to do so. So it sucked because I couldn't go back to work. I couldn't type. I couldn't even barely move my arms. So I wanted to make sure that I took that time to heal completely before I went back to work. So that's exactly what I did. And because I felt like my job didn't have my back in a sense, and also my short-term disability was asking for paperwork that they have received multiple times, I just felt like they was playing games. And I'm like, I was about done. So after I was completely healed, I did go ahead and resign from my job because I don't want to be with a company to where if I do have to have surgery and I'm depending on short-term disability, I shouldn't have to go through the ringer when I had already planned and got everything together months before I even had surgery. Okay. So it's been rough. It's been trying. But I did go ahead and get the job at Eaton Park just until I get this job. That's going to pinpoint my career. I have been keeping that under wraps until I actually get it. I don't want to jinx myself. I don't want anybody wishing anything bad on me or anything like that as far as blocking any of my blessings. So I'm just going to keep that on the hush hush until we find out what actually happens with it. But, if I have to leave saying anything, this has been a journey. It's going to be a journey for you, but if it's something that you actually want to do, I would say go ahead and do it yesterday. Okay. If you want to get a breast reduction surgery, go ahead and do it. and do it yesterday, because it's honestly going to go ahead and change your life. So yeah, I mean, I'm more happier. I'm more happier. I feel like I can do anything. Like this has truly been life-changing. And I just kind of wanted to update you guys on my 2-month process and where I am so far, because I have been putting a little bit in there, you know, with the videos that I've been posting, but I did want to go ahead and do a sit down to kind of, you know, give you guys an update on what's going on, you know, with me and my process. And I 100% agree that if you want to get a breast reduction surgery, go ahead and get it, girl. Go ahead and get it. You got any questions? You can always ask me. I'll answer anything to the best of my ability. But it's been a journey. It's been a journey for sure. But if I had to go back and do it all over again, I would go back and do it all over again. Because it's just been that rewarding. So if you guys made it to the end of this video, I thank you. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, please go ahead and leave them below. I'll answer back to anyone who may have a question about anything. Hopefully I touched on a good bit of what I planned on speaking about with you guys today, and you guys got a little bit of information as far as my process. Once again, if you made it to the end of this video, I appreciate you. I love you guys so much for supporting me, and just make sure you subscribe to the channel. Like, there's gonna be such good things. And I did want to just touch base with you guys and let you know that I do kind of want to stick to one thing at a time. Like right now, we're in our breast reduction era. Okay. Next, we're going to be in our gym era. We're going to be in our fitness era. Because everything's a journey, you know, that we decide to do in our lives. And you know, it takes a lot when you really want to reinvent yourself. It takes dedication. It takes, you know, commitment and stuff like that. So I really hope that you guys plan on sticking with me through these journeys, and we're going to get through it together. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in our next weekly vlog. Bye.